Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor and today I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Sagittarius. If Sagittarius is your solar, lunar, ascendant / rising sign, then this is a message for you. All right, let's get started. Okay, and so let's see what these tea leaves have to say today. And I will just mention I am recording during the day. There are some ambient sounds going on outside. They're sweeping the streets, so you might hear that. Okay, so our card today is the moon, La Luna, the beautiful, distorted, emotional, kind of surreal energy. Okay. Whenever we get this card, I think of Kenneth Anger's film, Rabbit Moon, which is kind of a harlequin clown person kind of dancing beneath the moon, lamenting a bit, maybe a little sad, maybe a little bit, enchanted. It's a kind of strange and striking image. Okay. All right. So let's start here because this one is pretty interesting. We have a person right here, head, body, legs. We have next to it, it looks like a little animal. You can see the little tail. Kind of reminds me of TT, the cat. And the person up here holding a lamp. Okay. And then on this side, it looks like a goose. So what do we have going on here? Definitely feel a closeness to your familiar, your totem animal, your spirit animal, whatever it is to you, if it is manifest in the physical realm or if this is something that you relate to its attributes, you identify with this animal in some way. I feel like that is very much in your consciousness right now. I feel that the aspects of this being are very activated. Okay, and so as we come upon the full moon here pretty soon, in about, a week, I suppose. And of course, all of these beautiful festivals and holiday celebrations that are coming to pass soon. The veil is thin, and I feel that we are all in a state of deep psychic connection and ability, and I think a lot of people are also just really worn out. It seems like a lot of people I come in contact with online in the real world just seem like they're kind of weary right now. And it just this time of year, it really can take it out of you. The state of the world can really take it out of you, and things are just I don't know. There just seems to be some strand of discord lately. I feel that there is an intense movement for you, Sagittarius, this interior flow towards this activated animal principle, okay? And if this is a manifest animal, a familiar, a family member, a fur friend, whatever we like to call it. You know, I think that there is a special closeness that is even, you know, more pronounced right now. Okay. For us here at our home, we have our cats, who basically allow us to live with them. They kind of rule the roost. But as it gets cooler, and especially our little hairless cat, she has been, you know, she gets a lot more cuddly. She likes to stay warm. She wants to, you know, get in your sweatshirt and stuff. And so I can also relate to this intense, you know, this intense bond happening. And so I say lean into it, you know, really explore these aspects of your totem, your spirit animal, or your relationship with the animal you live with or visit with. I think that we all have many things to learn from our animal counterparts, right? They are, in my estimation, maybe the most holy of mentors, teachers, gurus. And so I would spend some time kind of contemplating that, being with them, just being present. Okay. Now we do have the lamp here. Okay. And so, of course, this is a symbol of illumination, but this is interesting because we don't often get, you know, like a household domestic kind of table lamp here, which is interesting. Usually it is the illuminated candle, but this lamp I love. It has that hermit energy. And, you know, with this lunar card, with the lunar vibes, you know, to me, this is very much a partner of that hermit energy, walking through the night, walking through that valley, holding that lamp, right? Looking for the path. Okay. And so there's a refocusing, but you know, I think sometimes the moon is often read as you know, a aspect of shadow popping up, difficulties, mental health issues, you know, becoming kind of unbound in some way. And that might be the case, you know, sometimes. But I love the moon. I love the lunar energy. And for me, when I see this card, it is definitely the beginning of the unification of big, deep feelings. Okay, those tidal wave of emotions mixed into creativity. Okay, this is the place where we begin to incubate, where nobody is looking. If you can think of a seed planted in that dark, dark soil, there's no light, nobody is watching, it is just there. And as those waters meet that earth, that seed, and it begins to break open, and the sprout and the little roots, they start to take hold, and they start reaching, and they start reaching. This is that lunar energy in my mind. This is where we begin things. This is where we can be ourselves. We don't have to be constrained by others watching. There are not those social mores, conditionings, okay? You're not following societal rules here. But you are following the rules of your heart, of your will, okay? And so, you know, I think that this can, in the beginning, feel a little troubling. It can feel a little scary, unless you are a nocturnal creature, of course. But I do think that you have that lamp. You're ready for this. You are going to be traversing this kind of odd, surreal landscape a bit. And, you know, letting your mind go to places that maybe they don't often reach, or maybe pushing boundaries, doing things, thinking about things, you know, new experiences, sensations, enjoying yourself, maybe finding some pleasure in the fear and the terror of the night, you know, and we do. I mean, look at Halloween. Look at all these haunted houses and things. People like to be scared. Just a little bit, right? And so, you know, you take your lamp with you and you set out into the night, and there we are. Now we do have the goose, okay? And so in this context, because it is in a movement, it's not just kind of standing around, we have the migration, right? And this is a migration of the mind, body, soul together, evolution, metamorphosis. And I think that this really makes sense with you kind of journeying out into the unknown, into that mystery. You are ready to partake in your own self-exploration, deeply, intentionally, and with an open heart. Right? Open eyes, open heart. And so here we go. Here we go. Now, here we have, it looks like we have probably the Queen of Swords. Okay. And she is, and you can see right there, she is right on this metaphysical rim, but also in the emotional. Okay. So, keeping your mind clear. This lunar energy often related to intoxicants, you know, things that alter your perception, okay? Plant medicines and, you know, hallucinogenics, whatever. And all, you know, there's no judgment there. But I think when we see the sign, it is important that you keep your head straight, okay? At least have a plan, something to ground you, okay? It is easy to get lost in that night. It is. And, you know, it can become a night that is longer than expected. So, keep your mind clear. Keep your goals set, right? Reasonable goals. They don't have to be big things, but have some kind of, you know, understanding of how much time, energy you're going to allot to this particular journey. Because we can end up spending, you know, days, weeks, months, hopefully not years, kind of lost in, you know, down Alice's rabbit hole, in that strange upside down world, right? So we have to keep ourselves together. That sword energy is very important. So let's see. We also have, now I'm seeing, I see two people here and two people here. And it's interesting to me because they don't, it almost seems like it's not an embrace so much as kind of a holding on to, right? And when I look at this, it makes me think that there's almost there's somebody maybe from your past, okay? And it seems like their energy is really popping up just kind of in everything that you're doing. Like a lot of things are reminding you of them. You hear a song and you're like, oh, we used to love that song. You know, you hear their name. Maybe it's a common name. Maybe it's not. I don't know. Sometimes I have an uncommon name. Not a lot of Lenors. Yeah, I have met them, of course. And a lot of people will be like, oh, that was my great grandma's name. But, you know, sometimes I hear things and I'm like, oh, does somebody say my name? Of course, it's usually like saying door or something. But I feel like you are hearing their name, okay? And it could just be that it's a common name. But it's really bringing up their energy. It's very alive in your life. I think this is somebody from not even the recent past. I think this is somebody from back in the day even. And I do believe that they are probably still alive. I don't think this is a situation where they have transitioned or anything, but it's just a sense of kind of nostalgia mixed with longing, mixed with, I don't know. You know, we go through these periods of time where we kind of, maybe it's a season, maybe it's an anniversary coming up, whatever it is, they're really on your mind. Now, I can also see we have this line of walking, okay? And I feel like this isn't necessarily 3 people walking, but I see you kind of continuing down a path. And this tells me, right, that although you really are thinking about whoever this is, maybe a romantic relationship, maybe an old good friend. I don't think this is family so much. Maybe it is. I don't know. But this seems more like it's either romantic or like a friend that maybe you kind of drifted from, or you had like a falling out. I don't think there was a big conflict, but it feels like there is kind of some, you know, I don't know, just a little bit of maybe resentment, or there were some hard feelings, but they weren't huge or anything. And so anyways, I see you continuing on, and I think that you really should. You really should. And this is always going to be my advice about old people from old times in your life. Refrain from going back. You know, if you have to look them up online or something, go ahead and do that. But refrain from trying to go backwards. It almost always is a huge letdown. Okay, unless this is something that is really important, really meaningful, you know, you're finding like a sibling or family members, or, you know, somebody you lost touch with, that, you know, circumstances kind of led you apart, whatever that is. But this is not the case in this. This was a kind of a breakup or a dissolution of the friendship. And I think it's not worth going back to get back into it. I think, you know, the important thing here is to enjoy your life where it is, okay? And focus on your the goals that are for going forward, the goals that are for you, your family, your career path, whatever you have going on. That stuff is what is important. And if it's not going well right now, okay, it will be, okay? It really will be. And we have to just focus on, you know, keeping it moving. Figuring out how are we going to kind of resituate things. What is our next place? You know, what is important to you? It is easy in these little moments where we begin to feel a little bit, you know, out of our normal routine or normal kind of mental state or whatever. It's normal to start thinking about, like, what if I would have said this? What if we would have done this? You know, and yes, you can get lost in that. And we all do it. We all do it, but don't indulge it too long and don't go back, okay? Keep that Queen of Swords energy. Keep the mind sharp, okay? I just want to look at this one. Okay. I'm actually going to move on to these. And let's see. We have a J. We have the letter J. And we have here, it looks like a stem and leaves. And we have what looks like things kind of blowing around. And so to me, this looks like kind of the seed thing that we have from a dandelion that you make wishes on, okay? And I feel like when I see these in the readings, I always think, okay, this is a good time for you to start manifesting. The universe is going to give you one of your wishes, okay? So be thoughtful about what your wish is. You know, think about all of the things attached to what you wish for. You know, I'm pretty superstitious in that, you know, I've watched like these movies like the monkey paw kind of thing, and you know, well, or you know, even like with the wishing with a jinn or a genie or whatever, you get your wish, but then there are consequences, you know, so you have to consider all aspects. But I do think the universe is working with you, okay? And this is a good time to think about what are you going to be doing this next cycle? We're almost in the new year, and I can't believe it. So what are your big goals for, you know, the next 6 months? And I mean big goals like, what closets are you going to clean out? Where are you going to put the couch next year, or even during Christmas? I'm starting to think about that myself. Where is that tree going to go in our house? I don't know. Okay, so we're going to look at the Dreamer's deck. And this one is a new one. I just got it. And they're affirmation cards. And they're from the I Know collection. So we're just going to see, how does this... It's another message to just kind of go with this reading, okay? And it says, I know that I do not need to avoid making others uncomfortable by playing small. I am taking up space. There you go. I like that. Take up all that space. Yeah. Get it. That's a good message. I like that. I think we just talked about that in one of my other readings, like last week. This feeling of always, you know, thinking we just gotta be agreeable. A little bit smaller than what I am. You know, approachable, kind. Well, I do think we need to be kind, but nice, I guess, is what I mean. A nice girl. And I don't know. I'm an old lady now, so I don't really remain kind, but I don't care if I'm approachable or not anymore. All right. So anyways, Sagittarius, it is your season. And you know what? I just thought, you know, it is a good time to start making those plans for the next, year, I guess. It is Sagittarius birthday season. Happy birthday. If it has passed, what is today? Has it really actually begun? Yes, it has. Okay, so if you've had a birthday on the first few days of Sagittarius, happy birthday. And if it is coming, we will continue to say happy birthday all the way through. All right. Thank you for spending this time with me. It is always such an honor to be able to bring these messages to you. If you'd be so kind as to like the video, it really helps. If you have not subscribed yet, please think about doing that. You can hit that little bell. It'll let you know when the next videos are coming out. And If you want to leave a comment, please do. I love hearing from you all. I read them all. I try to reply back to as many as I can. And the other thing is, if you are interested in joining our Discord for the channel here, there's one membership tier, and the little join button is on the main page of the YouTube, and joining that membership tier, which I think is like $2.99 or whatever. And you know what? I might just put it on a deal. Maybe we'll do like $1.99. I don't know. I got to figure it out. But I want to get more people on there. So anyways, on the Discord, I want to meet you all. So we have some really lovely people on there already. And if you're interested in, coming and chatting, please, do. Yeah, we will, I still am getting stuff sorted with that, but it's there and you can join. So, yes. All right, Sagittarius, I thank you, and we'll talk in just a few days.